You can't trust any video anymore. OpenAI Sora. What the heck is OpenAI Sora? It doesn't sound good, whatever it is. If Mudahar is going to speak about something that I'm thinking he's going to, then I'm actually super excited because I've had this thought too. But let's find out before I, get excited.
Hello guys and gals, me Mudahar, and I got a little emergency video. Technology
God.
has advanced at a rate that I honestly predicted. Now, I remember a year ago when we looked at this footage, remember the AI Will Smith eating spaghetti pasta?
No.
Yeah, it doesn't look that great. Downright scary in some cases, but
Ew, what is that?
this was artificial intelligence
saw that.
attempting to make a video together. Now, if you look at the actual time this got uploaded, 10 months ago, okay? Almost a year at this point. Now, I'm going to ask the audience, ladies and gentlemen, how much do you think AI video got upgraded?
Exponentially. It's what I've seen.
Well, if your answer is, God damn, it looks almost indistinguishable,
Yep.
then, yeah, I guess you're right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Sora, okay, which is actually OpenAI's new model. Now, before anybody
That's
says,
beautiful, though.
Luda, can I try it? No, you actually can't. And apparently it's locked behind, like, safety testers for now, just so I guess nobody can come around and make, like, the most fake news posts and start sharing it all over Boomer Book to get...
Like, yeah, what are we supposed to do about that? Like, fake news is going to be 10 times as bad, right?
Your family's
What the heck
scared
do we do?
about the impending doom that might hit us. But ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to look into this because, my God, the results that I'm about to show you are a bit mind-blowing, okay? Now, ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at this image of a woman walking near us on camera. You got a whole bunch of people walking in the background. And of course, you're noticing that, goddamn, the signs are looking kind of weird, but overall... this is a pretty interesting shot.
Why are they looking weird?
Downtown Tokyo. You know, you got sort of the GTA 5 graphic mod ground. It's all really nice and, I guess you could say, reflective. Yeah, this is actually AI generated, okay, ladies and gentlemen?
Maybe I should make it a little tiny bit bigger for you. Just so you can see a couple seconds of it.
It's goddamn insane. You know, and again, as...
okay.
somebody that kind of knows their AI a little bit.
Wasn't long, but I hope you saw.
One thing I can say is this is damn near convincing, okay? Now, obviously, ladies and gentlemen, if you look very carefully at it, you'll probably notice some mistakes. For instance, in the back.
No, just in passing, nobody's going to see that. Nobody. If a person doesn't know about this, especially then, if people don't know about AI and these videos, they're not going to see that.
I don't know what's going on with this individual. I don't know if they're missing hands. Maybe they're wearing a straitjacket and escaped from a mental asylum.
He's got bags.
The junkler let him go. I've got no fucking clue. If you look at some of these signs, I'm not a kanji expert, but even I know there's some questionable sassiness going on. But for the most part, yeah,
no one's going to see that.
Will Smith spaghetti eating days has kind of jumped up to an insane level.
Only 10 months ago.
There's other footage. For instance, here's some woolly mammoths running near you. And obviously, if you look very carefully, you can probably see that, you know, if you look at the smoke, you look at some things, it does look...
Dude, no, actually, I do not see the problem. And I'm looking directly for it, and I don't see what is off about this.
Kind of computer generated, but it's a mess.
Let me see if y'all can see it. Because I sure can't. Okay, let's look at it this close.
It does look kind of computer generated.
Where?
But it's a massive leap from what we had a year ago with those Dolly video image generator. It almost feels like 10 years of progress has passed.
Did y'all see it? I don't see how that looks fake. How is anybody gonna know?
In the world of artificial intelligence, this crazy train doesn't stop. Even like the human faces are looking so goddamn good to the point that, again, you have to look real careful at the issues. You have to look real careful at things in order to find some serious breaks in the matrix.
Can y'all imagine the first movie made from just AI? Like real movie, like it's in the theaters. Can you imagine? That's gonna happen. There's so many things I could think of
Now,
that.
unless you're looking at the text on some of
Wow.
these items, you like this, for instance, where the AI fails to properly insert real text. Yeah, then you might be able to identify. But see, this is like somebody like me that knows what to look for,
Yeah,
just looking at all the matrix
but
breaks.
it's
Try
not
showing this to
easy.
somebody, who doesn't have the technical expertise, somebody who's just a normie in this, they'll probably
Hi,
think somebody
me.
for real shot this. Dude, it's kind of insane. Like some of these shots of like these guys reading a book, like the human beings almost look lifelike. The only thing that gives it away is some of the smoothness of these animations. This feels a little bit too smooth, like you're watching.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? There's nothing. I don't see anything. Y'all look yourselves.
Is some of the smoothness of these animations. This feels a little bit too smooth, like you're watching a soap opera on television that's like shot at 60 frames. It's kind of weird in that regard, almost uncanny. So again, they even shot some.
Did you really bring up soap operas? Because soap operas look faker than this. Have you ever seen one? They're pretty cheesy. They're pretty silly looking. That was not silly. That was beautiful. I don't see what he's saying is fake. Oh my god, that scares
Historical
me.
footage, I shit you not, so you
Oh, okay, do it again. Do it again. Zoom in so
could
y'all
really
can
fuck
see.
with some old people. This is, for instance, California during a gold rush.
Old
You see
people.
people walking around, horses, buildings, and again, you really have to look carefully at things
Whoa.
like windows, where the AI fails to properly populate what appears to be a real building. Like, obviously, if you looked at
Oh
some of the
my
proportion of these,
god.
like, buildings, it looks weird, okay? I don't know what's.
No, Mudahar. I've had enough. This, looking as a normal person, looks totally normal to me. I don't see anything that looks weird. What are you talking about? The windows, the building shapes? I don't know about all that. I'm just watching a Western scene. And am I supposed to go through every video and think, is this AI? I'm looking directly at it and I can't see anything.
What's going on here? I don't know how these windows are placed here, and God knows what
What
kind
do
of an
you mean?
embarrassment of architecture it exists here. But again, if you start looking really closely, you can see the cracks in the matrix. But for
Where?
the most part, this is some pretty goddamn good looking video. Look at how
It's
insane the eyeball
beautiful.
here looks. Like, my God, that's some properly goddamn made skin texture. Now, again, because we don't have access to this, I really have no idea how long it took for the AI to generate these videos, okay? Remember, the
Wow.
AI for now, apparently according to the developers, can only make up to like 1 minute of footage, right? So again, it makes 1 minute of footage based on these prompts. And the prompt
That's a
for this is
lot.
extreme close-up of a 24-year-old woman's eyes blinking, standing in Marrakech during magic hour. Cinematic film shot in 70 mm, depth of field, vivid colors, cinematic.
Oh,
So again, it could have
wow.
taken the AI, I don't know, hours, maybe a day to generate all of these frames, combine them together. It could have taken it, an hour, maybe like half an hour. That would be insane if true.
Even if it's a day, it's still so pretty and so I can't see anything wrong with it. That scares me a little
Now,
bit.
of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you think Pixar is about to shit itself, they're not. They're probably just going to use this technology to outsource
No
it
way.
instead of actually hiring real artists. Yeah, even animation isn't safe, okay? Anybody can type cartoon kangaroo disco dances and get an animated like movie quality of a kangaroo doing disco
I
dances.
told you.
But I think what's so
Yes, they're gonna make movies. No, that's not a good thing. I mean, it's gotta, we're gonna have to start relying on this like we do our
goddamn
phones.
scary is this one right here, a beautiful homemade video showing the people of Lagos. Like, this actually looks like goddamn drone footage shot. The only thing that's
There's
so
no
weird
way.
that I can tell right now is look at how this lady's
Hold on.
face sort of like moves around her body. It's almost uncanny. The AI isn't
No,
perfect,
it's
but
not.
goddamn is it impressive. Like, my mind is being blown watching this footage. So obviously the clip that I think everyone must have seen was like this one, for instance, where it almost looked like somebody was inside a train, literally like riding it. Like, this also just straight up looks like footage from somebody in a train. It even has the reflection
It's
of like an
not.
actual person, using their cell phone. Obviously, where the AI breaks is when they're failing to record it. Like, there clearly isn't any GoPro on her head, nor is the camera staring.
What do you mean clearly? People put cameras everywhere. Sometimes, again, I don't see the
So there are some breaks in the
difference.
matrix. It's so
That
like
doesn't feel like a
uncanny.
break.
Sometimes it just feels like it's out of a movie almost, right? Like they rotoscoped the actual camera out and called it a day. It's insanity. And of course, obviously, if you look at some of these buildings closely, you can see that they're not uniform, like windows are misplaced. But again, you really have to look.
Where?
You
Okay,
really have
that
to start
one,
looking. Like it's got to a point where if
windows are misplaced. But like there, it could have just been built that way. We don't know. It's some random house in some random place. We're in trouble.
somebody could use this to create like fake images, like fake battlefields, like fake war footage, it could be used like it may seriously be brought into like a court or something. It's scary. Yeah, like look at this footage of like
God.
straight up Chinese Lunar Year celebration video with Chinese dragon. Again, the human beings look more realer than ever, and of course, the way that they're
More real.
interacting looks more real. We've gotten way past the point where AI could generate crowds, but obviously, even a blind person could tell the crowds were filled with nonsense. This is to a point where
Modar, stop it. Stop it. I'm feeling like an idiot right now. Where?
like this is genuinely looking like real footage. Like if you just
No, we're
could
doing
tell,
that
gotten way
again.
past the point where AI could generate crowds, but obviously, even a blind person could tell the crowds were filled with nonsense. This is to a point where like this is genuinely looking like real footage. Like if you just sat back, you could slap in like a news bumper, you could slap in like a ticker, and you could make this look like it came out of the Chinese news agency. The one footage that everyone's sort of
Absolutely.
seeing over here is obviously this one, where you can start to see like beautiful snowy Tokyo City is
Uh-huh.
bustling. Camera moves through the bustling city streets, following several people enjoying the beautiful snowy
Oh
weather
my
and shopping and
God.
more. So again, you can see like vehicles over here, for instance, like the buses, for instance, they're moving in the same line. This one's about to collide. And of course, in some cases,
Okay,
the
okay.
kanji makes sense. But you can start to see, like, again, these are human beings holding hands, walking through a bustling street. And this is
I
where
see.
obviously
Okay,
the one
finally I
crack in the
see.
matrix shows.
Clearly I
For
see.
instance, these
Okay.
two people, this guy phases through, this one guy sits down and falls right through.
Yeah,
You can see the jitter.
he
So
melted.
it's not perfect, but it's a
It's
lot better than I honestly.
But I promise you a lot of people, if that was just some kind of ad on TV, most people wouldn't catch that. They would just like see it and they wouldn't see it. It's not the main topic of the video anyways. Yeah. So already we're good. We
Expected. This is some crazy stuff to watch. I mean, this actually
insane.
blows me away too. Like this is, I can tell it's computer
Wow.
generated, but again, compared to like the Will Smith,
I can tell a little bit. It looks a little animated, but at the same time, I don't know if any of y'all have gotten new TVs, but some of them with the new quality almost looks like this because it looks so real. It just needs a little less what's the word? It needs to be a little sharper, a little less smoothed out. And you're good.
spaghetti eating we saw a year ago, this is like
Wow.
this could be inserted into a movie. It's like some B-roll
Yes.
footage or whatever. We're at
I
a
almost
point
want
where
to see what
Hollywood
that
could be
movie
using this
is.
kind of technology to literally insert B-roll drone. Like instead of getting a drone to like fly over like a major city, you could just type in a prompt, and within like half an hour as you're doing something else,
Wow.
that entire footage that you put into a movie or a TV show generates and you bring it in.
And you know
So
they're going to do
obviously,
that.
this kind of AI, I'm pretty sure, is going to be used by
Ugh,
by the entire media industry. I'm sure it's going to be used
that's
by a lot of
actually,
people. And one of the things they talk about,
it kind of worries me. They really need to get some kind of regulation because marketing can already be manipulative in a way. It's like, and then if we add AI and then it's just so intelligent and knows exactly what to do, it's like, there needs to be some kind of regulation on it, right?
is the safety, for instance, where they talk about areas like misinformation, hateful content,
Yes.
bias, whatever. They'll be adversarially testing the model. So it's so brain breaking to see this kind of shit show up. And obviously, with artificial intelligence
Mm-hmm.
like this, video wise, while OpenAI is closed stuff, so you need to sign up to an account. Obviously, when this tool gets released to the public, you're doing it within their services. But I could imagine a tool like this
Come on.
eventually makes its way to GitHub and somebody downloads it, trains their own model, and
Yes.
all of a sudden you have people generating videos without that sort of like authority that some of these big
Yes.
tech firms have.
There are already people using AI like that. making their own stuff
with their big AI models. That might be a thing sometime going into the future. And that's where it gets scary, right? Like, you could imagine the world of
really
scams,
scary.
misinformation, it's all going to ramp up to like 11. Like, AI is getting to a
Mm-hmm.
point where it's like genuinely scary shit. So, yeah, I wanted to kind of talk about this because it's been
Wow.
blowing my mind all day. Like, I've genuinely been shocked, basically, looking at all
Yep.
of this. And you know what? This is just a year after the spaghetti eating video. If it's this good now, imagine
Mm-hmm.
again another year. Imagine down in 2025 when like GTA 6 is finally releasing or it's delayed or whatever. By that moment, the videos may be getting to a point where even if you have a keen eye like me, trying to discern it, it's
Yep.
going to be difficult, man. It's going to be tough. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Sora is here and it's
Oh
so
man.
mind-boggling, dude. Like how crazy some of this stuff has gotten. So yeah,
Wow.
ladies and gentlemen, AI has gotten real, AI has gotten scary, and it's something I always said was going to happen. It's just
Mm-hmm.
wild to see how quickly it's advancing. Anyway, this is me, Mudahar, and yeah, I am out.
And you know, we as humans are going to do as much as possible to get it into the to the world as much as possible until it completely screws us over and we're in trouble. That's what we're going to do as human beings because we can't help ourselves. Oh, that was insane. Am I the only one that had a hard time finding what he was even pointing out most of the time? Like, because I'm not an expert, I'm not a tech person like that. And like, I'm just a normal consumer person. And I couldn't see what he was talking about. That's terrifying. I wonder how much of whatever we consume already is just AI and we don't realize it. There's got to be so many things already because it'll be less work. You won't have to pay people as much. And of course, companies love to do that. It's like insane. Imagine a year from now. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you saw things that I wasn't able to notice myself. And I will leave this video in the description, of course, as always. Go give it a like, and I will see you in the next one.